can't always get what you want.
Oh, really?
But,
Nice.
and so it's the the background, the angelic voice.
Yeah.
So it started right when oh.
Hello, everyone.
They can't see me.
Can't see you, but they can hear you. Hello, everyone. We're going to get the show started here in about 9-10 minutes. Just a few minutes late here, but that's all right. We'll get everything going here for everyone. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to what we have to say. Pretty cool.
So hey everybody that can't see me, what we're doing right now is we're just getting all of our stuff in order.
Yes.
So if you want to watch the show, the content, you can, if you watch it after we've already recorded, just fast forward until you see the 22 minutes on the clicker.
Yes, good point. Glad you mentioned that. I forgot to mention that.
Well, I literally didn't even give you a chance to mention it because right when you got quiet, I started talking. But so you were telling me that we're going on a few channels today, and right when you started telling me, I have my Pandora clicked onto that angelic stuff. So it's pretty either coincidental or ironic that it was you can't always get what you want.
Yeah, right. Right.
Hey, we're gonna get on 15 channels today. Well, you can't always get what you want. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so let's see here. 22 minutes with Jayson and Stefan.
So for those watching, I'm about ready to see if there's anybody on now. This is the part where I copy paste the link or share the link. If you're watching, you can share the link too.
Yes, we like to share.
JD. What would Jason Bates do?
Oh man, I don't know if we want to know that. Okay.
Well, you'd share it, obviously.
I would share it. I would share. I'd share with the masses. Share with everybody. Share, share, share. All right, so let's go into 22 minutes here, and let me do some sharing. I'm going to share now.
Sharing is caring.
And while that's coming up, I'm going to put my phone in airplane mode. So if anybody tries calling me, no can do.
All right.
All right, almost there. Almost there.
Today is Throwback Thursday. Should we do a hashtag? Oh, you already did hashtag throwback, yeah.
Yes, I did. Throwback Thursday. I don't know if we can brand that or anything. I know that we need to.
Yet. Because I think it's a big deal. I think it's a thing that people have been doing.
Yeah, it is a big deal, isn't it? All right, so I'm trying something new here to share with a bunch of groups about the show. And I'm trying to put the link in here, so we're going to see if this thing will actually work. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to work.
Me. Get my voice ready. Who's out there? You want to ask us a question? I know you want to. Real estate questions preferred. But
yes.
I will answer what's in my coffee, and I'll answer some other questions that you have about me and my goals if you want.
Yeah, ask us questions now. This is Throwback Thursday, so answer your questions. If you're on Periscope watching us, hey, thanks for joining us there on Periscope. It looks like about 20 of you are there. Maybe it's on Twitter. I don't know. I'm broadcasting to both Periscope and Twitter, and I know you saw the side of my face here as I'm looking at my other monitor. But throw some hearts our way. Certainly appreciate that, or follow us. Follow us there on Periscope. We'll get this started here in about 5 minutes. All right, we're going to see how this looks here. Okay, we'll see how this posting works here, and see if it does anything here. Hopefully, it will.
Is that going straight to like Facebook Live pages?
Yeah.
Oh, they're all right. I feel like I should turn my music up so the people that are watching can enjoy my jams. But that's just me being egocentric. What's that word? Or something?
Let's see here.
I like the Rolling Stones, therefore everybody should.
Because I like them, everybody else should.
And if you don't like them, well then you voted for somebody I didn't vote for, and therefore I'm going to protest you. But no, we're tired of that stuff. All right. Oh, I think I already. Today is Throwback Thursday. Hashtag throwback.
Oh yeah, dude, it's working.
Throw us a question.
It is working.
We throw back an answer. Preferably real estate questions.
All right, good. It's working. Hey, thanks everyone for joining and follow us here on Periscope. We're going to get this started here in just a few minutes. This is Throwback Thursday of 22 minutes with Jayson and Stefan. If you're watching this as a replay, as Stefan said at the beginning of this, you can go ahead and fast forward through this. This is kind of boring. Although we are going to have some changes hopefully very soon to this pre-show that we're doing. As you may or may not know, when you do a live event or you do live broadcasts, you need to make sure that your audio and all the qualities are there before you actually go live for the show. So that's what this pre-show is all about, to make sure that everything is going as advertised, if you will.
And the reason why you can't see me is because I have hair and makeup, and I want to look really good for the show. So I got it.
He's got his clan working on him right now. He's back in the green room.
Yeah, fluffing me up.
All right, so that's working. It's posting out there, so it's going to all these groups here. It takes about 10 seconds on each one, so it looks fantastic. And we'll get that going here. Thanks for joining. This is a show that's about real estate that we hope to bring some value to you, the audience, about real estate. You know, there's not really many resources out there for people who are looking to buy, sell, or refinance a home. And so we wanted to put this together as a resource for you to answer questions, show you the lighter side of real estate, show you all different aspects from an insider, if you will. I'm Jayson Bates. I'm a mortgage lender. And then Stefan Cotton, my partner here, is a realtor here in the Phoenix metropolitan area. So,
realtor extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
With that little, what's that little hyphen thing above the E? Extraordinaire.
Nair. Not to be confused with the razor. Nair.
Oh, yeah. Waka waka.
Waka waka.
Nair razor, or is it like the thing that just like...
Hair removal or something.
Yeah. We wear short shorts.
Yeah,
that's why you don't see our shorts, because we underneath this screen is some short shorts.
Shorty shorts, Daisy Dukes. And speaking of hair, this is Movember, right? Movember? No Shave November? I don't know. Why do they call it Movember?
I've never heard that. I think that's you.
Oh, okay. Did I just make that up?
No, it might be Movember.
Hey,
I'll tell you this. Look, I trimmed. My wife made me trim.
Oh, you did? Maybe it's a hashtag. Is there a hashtag Movember?
Ooh, there should be. Do it.
Mohair.
Hold on, I'm almost done with this one before, let's see. Throw us a question, we throw back an answer. Our pre-show is almost done, but if you watch us after, we are done live taping. Fast forward. Forward to when the clock says 22 minutes.
All right.
That's the good stuff.
That is the good stuff.
Is that the good stuff, or is this the better stuff? I think that's the better stuff. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
It's just I listen to music in this part, so it's good for me.
Nice, nice.
That's the good stuff. All right. Ask a question, get an answer.
Yep, ask a question. That's all about Throwback Thursday. So Throwback Thursday is you throw us the questions and we throw back the answers. Hopefully. And
It looks like we're less than 10 seconds, 20 seconds?
Yeah, we're about 10 seconds away.
10 seconds away.
The countdown. The countdown.
All right, let me turn down my Pandora.
All right, here we go. Let's do this, man.
Do this like Brutus to shoot us. What was it? I forget. All right, I'm gonna press pause.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Throwback Thursday, 22 minutes with Jason and Stefan Cotton. I am Jason.
I'm
He
Stefan.
is Stefan, right? Yeah, and you can see our names right above us as well. This
In case you forget.
Twitter handles, right? And I do two fingers because it is 22 minutes. 1 + 1 is 2, I guess. I don't know how to full circle that.
This would have been better.
Yeah, two. So, hey, thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate you taking time to listen to what we have to say. If you want to reach out to the show, go to our Facebook page, like our Facebook page, and you can message us straight from our Facebook page. And if you're on Twitter or on Periscope, watching us from there, hashtag 22minutesAZ, and ask your question that way, and we'll be sure to respond to you. So please do that.
And every time Jason said Facebook page, you have to take a drink. Because I think you said it like 4 or 5 times. So
Oh, yeah. We'd get blitzed.
go right. Like us on our Facebook page. Watch our Facebook page.
Drink your early morning mimosas, and every time I do that, take a swig.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so this is Throwback Thursday, right? So we want to get to some questions. And as full disclosure here, I want to kind of make a little bit of an announcement here. Stefan, I haven't told you this, but I am the proud recipient, I guess. It happened last month or whatever in the Phoenix magazine, but I am a 5-star lender recipient award winner here in the Phoenix metropolitan area 2 years in a row. So I'm pretty proud of that. And then secondly, I just, and I'll show you here a little bit. And this isn't out yet, and this is kind of a beta thing or whatever. But I wrote an article for the Real Estate Agent.
All right.
It's called Real Estate Agent Magazine, not the Real Estate Agent magazine, but it's a magazine that's going to be published, I think, at the end of this month here in Phoenix, and it'll be a monthly publication. And I'm one of the contributing. I'm not an editor, but contributing article authors or whatever to the magazine. So I'm pretty honored about that. So pretty proud about that too.
Good
And
job, man.
that is what we're going to cover today. Because here's my article, and at least on my side, and I don't know, we can maybe touch my side or your side first, whatever you want to do.
Let's touch your side.
All right.
Sides.
That sounds weird. That sounds a little weird. But one of the questions I get asked, not that often, but I think it's very, very important, is that what is the difference between a mortgage banker and a mortgage broker? And which one is better for your business, right? And so this, when I say which one's better for your business, this article is really geared toward real estate agents or realtors, hence the Real Estate Agent magazine. It's all full circle, man. We're making it happen. Ring of Fire, Johnny Cash. But this also is very applicable to the consumer, because there's a lot of things, at least here in Arizona, and I kind of throw this back to 2008. 2008, we had obviously a big economic downturn, right? I mean, depression, whatever you want to call it. And here in Arizona, one of the biggest employers in Arizona was a mortgage company, and I won't name any names here on live TV, but or not TV, but live internet, whatever. But they won't. They let go of a lot of people, and a lot of people were left after they signed their loan documents. They couldn't get their keys to their home, so there was a lot of chaos going on when that happened. And this was one of the largest employers in the state of Arizona. So, and this company was a mortgage broker. And so there are just some distinct differences here between mortgage banker and mortgage banker or broker. Brokers act as middlemen between borrowers and mortgage banks or depository banks, even. So mortgage brokers are kind of they broker the deal. They take the order and then place the order based on the profile of the borrower to try to create a successful closing, right? Mortgage bankers provide funds. So mortgage bankers actually lend money. Brokers don't lend money. All they do is place loans in different places, where mortgage bankers actually fund loans. Brokers are paid to arrange loans as a receive compensation at the time the loan is made. Mortgage bankers receive revenue in several ways throughout the life cycle of the loan. So I'm not talking about loan officers as per se, but bankers, the bank, mortgage bank, through origination fees, interest payments, that sort of thing. So that's servicing. When you make your payments to a mortgage bank, there are servicing fees that are associated with that, and bankers or mortgage bankers make money off those fees. That's well known. Nothing strange about that. And becoming, I think, the most important thing, at least for the consumers aspect, and I don't think this gets emphasized enough, is that there's a larger, significantly larger commitment, financial commitment for a mortgage banker to be licensed as a mortgage banker than as a mortgage broker. So there's more money at stake for a mortgage banker to make the right decisions.
Okay.
Okay, and not when you see like fair lending issues and things like that. A lot of times those are from mortgage brokers, and this is one of the things that the government just doesn't like. They don't like mortgage brokers at all. In fact, they'd like to get rid of them completely, because they make the loan, they place the loan then defaults. If it defaults, the broker is not held responsible for that loan whatsoever. They walk away, hands clean, no questions asked, right? Where on the mortgage banking side, there's a lot more financially at stake for them. If a loan goes up, there are penalties and fees and things like that they have to pay the government as a result of making a bad credit decision. And so there's been some argument back and forth that is some of the things that held back or is holding back the innovation of new loans that could help stimulate housing a little bit more. I don't know that we need that, to be honest with you. I think housing's pretty good right now. There is a segment, of people who self-employed in particular who would like to see stated income and some of the other kind of, Alt-A type financing come back, but that hasn't happened yet, although it's starting to make a comeback. And then that leads into the supervision that I was speaking of. Mortgage bankers are held to a higher standard than mortgage brokers. And
that would have been saved us about 8 minutes on our 22 minutes.
I know.
Well, no, I'm glad you went through the explanation.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to watch it a couple of times just to make sure I got all the points. But that's the same as like what's the difference between a realtor and a real estate agent, right? The realtor is a way higher standard than a real estate agent.
Right.
But,
right.
But you were held at a higher standard.
Yeah. So I'm a mortgage. I am a mortgage banker. And so I am held to a higher standard. There's other training. Mortgage brokers got to go through training as well. But, I'm responsible for that loan after it closes. And not many people know that. Even the realtors aren't responsible for a loan after it closes, right? But I am. There are certain things at my level that if a loan goes belly up for one reason or another, and another servicer is servicing that loan, they could actually blacklist me from taking any loans from me personally. Which is, that puts a lot of responsibility on my shoulders to put forth a good loan. And this is where that, there's a tussle. And we've got a new administration coming in. Who knows? That may change. I don't think it will, but we'll see what happens. Mortgage brokers are kind of, I don't know, man. I started out at mortgage brokering, right? That was the thing to do before becoming a mortgage banker. So I'm not downplaying mortgage brokers, but as a consumer, if the economy were to tank, as some people feel it may, right? There is that small segment of the population who thinks that it may. Well, you could be back at 2008 where you close on a loan, but yet you can't get your keys. Mortgage banker is still going to fulfill the obligation of making sure that you get your keys, whether once you've signed. So that's the risk you run, I guess. And
then to piggyback what you said, but you're a 5-star award winner 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So not only are you a high standard, but you're winning awards for your high standardship.
Yeah, no, and my wife says you need to say more of that, right? But I'm a pretty humble guy. I'm not.
Well, you know why? It's because it's out of 10 stars.
Good point. Good point.
You never said how many stars.
Good point. I'm halfway there.
Right. You got them both together.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny.
Hey, you know what we forgot to do, man?
Tweet of the day.
Yeah, tweet quote of the day. Why don't we do that right now? Since and then we'll get on to, we're about halfway through the show anyway.
Oh.
So let's do the tweet quote of the day. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right, so this one is for all the people who are of my age. I'm in my mid-40s here, maybe older.
Maybe older.
For people who are older, right? I used to call them Geritol people. Maybe I'm getting into that era where I'm a Geritol type person. But you're still a rock star, in quotations here. I whisper to myself as I take my multivitamin and get into bed at 9 p.m.
Yes.
So
my wife, who just liked the page, she is notoriously in bed before then. But I don't know about taking a multivitamin before you go to bed, because that seems to give me energy, right? Because my body's like, what? What's this? Vitamins?
Or you get an upset stomach and then you wake up with heartburn at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, start crunching on those, whatever those, I forget what they're called.
Tums.
Tums, yeah. Dude,
Tums. All right, so hey, let's and I know that's a little boring, the mortgage banker, mortgage broker, but as a consumer, I urge you to ask your lender those questions. Are you a mortgage banker or mortgage broker? Because whether you think that has any impact on you or not, it can, and you want to be prepared in case it does. And for all the realtors out there listening to this broadcast, you need to be asking your partner, whoever you're referring business to, if you have that person, if they're a mortgage banker or mortgage broker, because it is important to your business and your reputation. So, all right. So let's. I think my wife asked a question on Facebook, and you had mentioned yesterday that we should touch base on.
Yeah, I answered it on the Facebook page. So last Thursday there was a Facebook question that was thrown at us. Do you have it in front of you, or do you want me to grab it?
No, grab it. I don't have it. Sorry.
All right. The question was, and I'm going to scroll down to our question here. Some scroll down music, please. I'm just kidding.
Cue the music.
Right. All right. It says, Stefan, when purchasing a home that needs improvement, how do you work deducting those amounts off the purchase price? We have a property right now that we're buying using conventional loan that needs everything. It's built in 1957. Needs electric, needs new plumbing, needs a bunch of stuff. So this is very relevant to the BINSR that we handed out yesterday. Now, the BINSR, I talked about it once before. The BINSR is 5 letters, BINSR. The BIN is the buyer's inspection notice. So that's our part. We are the buyers. We've inspected. We've noticed. SR is seller's response. So BINSR. So we hand out the BINSR within 10 days. And in 5 days, they give us a response. So today's day 1 of the seller's response. So the BINSR, in this scenario, we got a contractor to go out there to say it's going to be $2,000 for this, $4,000 for this. So it's about $16,000 to get this thing standard. I don't think the seller's going to give us $16,000 to get it to standard, but we're going to ask for it on the BINSR. We're going to let them come back and say, okay, we'll give you $5,000 or $10,000. We still like the house. We just want them to help us cut down the costs. So to answer the question, how do you work deducting those amounts off the purchase price? Well, once you get the purchase price already established, you would have to find those improvements needed during the inspection period and ask for it at that point. Now, if they're cosmetic, like maybe you want to improve on the granite or the countertops, make them granite, then you can lower the price beforehand. But when you're competing with another person that's going full price, you want to at least come in full price to get the offer, and then you can kind of negotiate through what we call the BINSR period, right? The BINSR. Yep. Because at that point, if you imagine we were 10 days in and they got 5 days to respond, we're only 2 weeks away from closing. So that's our leverage. Listen, if you fix this up, we close in 2 weeks. If you don't fix it, you go back to the market, and the next buyer might ask for these repairs. And then you won't close at least for another month. Plus, whenever you get the offer in hand. Right. So to answer the question without getting overwhelming with the different ways to do it is through the BINSR, we ask for them, one, to fix it, right, or upgrade it, right, or ask for cash back in a way of we call it a holdback. So we want you to, in this scenario, we're asking them to hold back $16,000 so we can get all the repairs done to be released specifically to the contractor. So it's not necessarily saying, okay, you got $16,000 worth of repairs, although this could be an approach, right? $16,000 worth of repairs, I'm going to offer your sales price as an example, $200,000. I'm going to offer you, $186,000 or $184,000 or whatever. I'm going to offer that.
because you have $16,000 worth of repairs. First of all, the 16,000 might be a little bit. How do you know, right? Without having professionals really look
Right.
at it or whatever.
That's why we threw it during the inspection period. But
You're
yeah.
right, right. And so you can do that, right? I mean, you could theoretically do that, right? But then you
Yeah.
run the risk, as you said before, that a competitor comes in and offers a higher price, even with those same repairs, and is
And
willing
yeah.
to absorb that.
So sometimes the seller says, "Well, we already lowered our price because we knew we needed these repairs."
Good point.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
But so the caveat or the catch is if you see them when you're writing the offer, the stuff that needs to be upgraded, like the flooring, maybe the carpet needs to be replaced or the paint needs to be done. If you see that when you're walking it, they're going to say, "Well, you can't ask for it now because that was there when you put an offer on it." So you either come in full price, which is what I would recommend, come in whatever they're asking, and then ask for in Section 8 of the contract. It's like page 7 of 9 or 8 of 9. And say seller to contribute $1,500 towards flooring costs, or seller to contribute $2,000 towards paint costs. Put that in the contract right away. That way it's up front. That way they know during the bids you're not going to ask for it. Or to piggyback that idea of coming in at 184 or 186 when there's that 16K worth of repairs.
Right.
If you're going to come in at that low, that much lower, I would say come in with an as-is addendum, saying we're not going to ask for any repairs.
Yeah, see, these are the sort of things I think, Stefan, that are super important in having a great agent. Not just a good agent, but somebody who thinks ahead. Right there, you go. Yeah, and this is, I mean, I can't stress this enough. A lot of people get in with agents because they know somebody, or maybe a family friend, whatever, but don't really know their experience level. And these sort of situations can kind of come up when you look at a property, and you need somebody with experience that's going to think ahead. It's like a chess match, really.
Yes.
You're negotiating, and you're trying to think a couple steps ahead. Look, this property needs repairs, so here are our options. Here's what we can do. Here's the offer we can make. Here's a secondary offer we can make. What do you want to do? And give you, the consumer, as many options as there are, and not just say, okay, what offer do you want to make, and I'll submit it. Not just be a paper pusher kind of realtor.
The other thing is I had somebody at this open house this weekend. I did a couple open houses, as you know, because you watched them. But
I did. I watched them on Facebook Live. So follow Stefan on his Facebook Live.
One of them had a lease that's not up until June.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, you know what? And I'm not opposed to asking the seller to cover half that cost or all that cost for. How much is your rent? $900. All right. So we're talking about rent because we're not going to close till January. So we're talking about rent for like 5 months. So 5 times 900 is 4,500.
Right.
Hey, we'll buy this house from you. We'll close in January, but you need to give us $4,500 or pay that lease off. That way, we're not punished.
Yeah.
See, that's mind blowing because no one ever thinks about that.
Right.
Because why not ask? Especially if it's only 2 or 3 months away. People are like, well, my lease isn't up till March. Well, let's ask the seller to cover that lease.
Right.
At that point, it's only $1,500. You're buying a $200,000 house or more. What's $1,500 to the seller? Or it's worth at least a try.
Absolutely, it's worth a conversation. Everything is negotiable, and I think people get a little gun shy on some of this stuff, right? So you bring up a great point. What's your situation, and can we work that in as part of the negotiation when purchasing a house? If you want to purchase the home, we want to get you in there. So this is all negotiable. It's just there's workarounds for just about anything, really.
Last night, this guy had a big truck. Last night it happened, but he came to the open house with a big truck, and I think he kind of wanted an RV gate. He kind of murmured about to one of my agents that he needed an RV gate. So they did a second showing last night. So I text because I get notified when the agent's in there. So I texted the buyer's agent. I said, by the way, we're willing to put in an RV gate if they love the house. He's like, wow, that really helps.
Yeah.
Because so many people say, and here's a key for all the realtors out there. When people tell you they need an RV gate, say, we'll get one in there. Don't just look at the 8 houses that have RV gates. Look at the 200 houses that don't, and let's see if we can get the seller to put one in.
Right. Why
not?
Yeah, why not? Why not get that in there? I think that's a great idea. So that's good. That's really, really good. All right, so I think we covered just about. Well, I don't know. Do we have any questions in Facebook at all?
Yeah, I'm looking here the queue. Hold on. Oh, I got to scroll back up. Scrolling music, please.
Let me see if I can play that. I don't know if that'll play.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I don't see any. Shame on you guys.
Participation.
No.
Participation, please.
No.
So, hey, thanks everyone for joining the Periscope here. I see some people out there. Please follow us there on Periscope, and follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are just above us here. I think those two questions there. Mortgage banker. I don't get that asked all the time. Mortgage banker, mortgage broker. Most of the time, hey, can you close my loan on time? That's probably the main question I get asked all the time.
Yeah.
And the obvious answer is, of course, depending upon a couple things. But yeah, these sort of deeper questions, I think, should be more on the minds of consumers.
I
So,
always say, if you don't ask, you're not going to get it.
yeah, don't be bashful. That's a good point you bring up, because I think a lot of people get a little bashful about asking for certain things because it's such a big deal and they don't know if they should ask. Is it rude to ask? Is it, improper or anything like that? You need to ask everything. I tell everybody that I speak to, hey, tell me everything, and then I'll decide what needs to be, or what direction we need to go, or how we need to approach the situation. So, full disclosure for my clients. So, I think that pretty much takes care of everything, man. So again, if you're out there, hashtag 22 minutes AZ. If you're on Twitter, Periscope, whatever, and we will get to those questions that way. Go over to our Facebook page, like our page, share it with your friends and family if they're looking to buy, sell, or refinance. And also, you can message us right there from Facebook, and we'll be sure to get to your questions. Tomorrow,
Yeah, just like last week.
Yep, just like last week. Tomorrow is Reflection Friday, Feature Friday, Reflection Friday. So I think we're going to feature a property tomorrow.
Okay.
One of Stefan's listings, and we'll show that to you and tell you a little bit about that and reflect on the week that was. So join us every day at 9 a.m. Arizona time, and until then, we will see you, I guess, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Can't wait.
All right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, guys.